Greetings everyone and welcome back to Standard Only. I don't have a funny quip this time around, which feels awkward. I always have something really stupid to say at the intro of every video, but I guess today gets to be the odd one out. I have been doing quite a bit of leveling and doing stuff off screen again, because as you guys realize, if I don't do that, this series is going to take an actual lifetime to complete. We've brought up Sethos to level 50. I have started working on his talents, but as you can see, we can't really do anything about them right now. I've actually modified his team to include Dory. Dory hasn't been leveled yet, but someone in the comments of the last video said that because of Dory's energy recharge, it's actually quite good for Sethos. And honestly, that might be the best use case for Dory I think I've ever heard. Not a lot of other characters really care about having their energy recharged as much as Sethos does, and Dory does actually supply that. So I'm giving it a go, who knows. We still have Dendro MC that I need to level up, and we've still got Yao Yao that also needs to be leveled up, but I haven't really been farming books as I should, whoopsie daisy. I also brought up Lan Yan to level 60, being that she is one of my favorite characters in the entire freaking game. Look at how adorable she is. She deserves it. We are definitely going to be using her for one of the teams, but as has been mentioned by a couple of people, she kind of really needs Bennett to be as good as possible. And without Bennett, she struggles a little bit because the attack increase is incredibly important for Lan Yan. But we're going to use it. We're not at the end game yet. We can kind of do whatever we want. The rest of the characters are kind of a bit everywhere. We need to level up Beidou as well. We need to get a better weapon for Beidou. There's a lot of stuff to do. More importantly, though, it is in fact a new month right now, so we have a couple of wishes to go on the standard banner, and we're getting dangerously close to another 5-star. We are on pity 67. So we might actually hit it off of the 7 wishes that we have here. We're gonna give it a go. This is gonna be 68, and it's blue. 69, nice. Darn. It would be so funny if it happened on 69, wouldn't it? Here's 70. It's also blue. 71. Also blue. 72. Also blue. 73. Also blue, WD. And lastly, 74. It's a purple, at least. That's nice. That's less nice. You guys made it abundantly clear in the last episode that this shop, regardless of what we're buying from this shop, is all fair game. We can grab whatever we want from here, and thank you. This is gonna make it a little bit easier. Luckily for us, though, we do actually have another wish that I didn't purchase because I was stupid and forgot. So, I guess we go up to 75. Wow. Really milking us today, huh? That's a shame. Alright, so today's goal, anyway, for those that weren't fully aware of it, is that we are going to be doing a bunch of the quests in our backlog, because this thing is filling up quick, and there are quests literally everywhere. We kind of just want to do all of the quests that give us Primo Gems is kind of the goal here. We also have the Dainsleaf quest we need to do at some point, but I'm not going to do that right now. We have the Fontaine Research quest, the Narcissus Adventure, like we get all of these that we need to, there's so much stuff that we need to do. We also have a ton of the story quests that need to be done. Man, there's just a ton of things to do. So we're just gonna do quests today. That's it, we're doing quests. We're also unlocking the camera, because I kind of want to do that at some point. Anyway, share not your treasures, woo! Oh, I may have just accidentally stepped into the Jade Chamber quest. Oops. I didn't really mean to do that. You know what, Ningguang, can you, like, hold on with your building of the thing and all that? I don't really have time for you right now. What if I don't want to be involved, Paimon? Did you ever think about that? Oh yeah, something else that actually happened off screen that I forgot to mention earlier because I literally didn't think about it, honestly. We had an artifact drop from one of the things that I did, and it was a 5-star artifact, and I figured, you know what, for the hell of it, I'm just gonna roll it because it was funny. It's an elemental mastery piece. That shit rolled 30% crit damage and energy recharge. I was not expecting that at all. So, that's not a piece that we own. I don't know how to feel about that, really, but, you know, we take the luck where we can get it, I guess. There we go. There's the precious chest. We got share not your treasures completed. Very easy quest. You just kind of go here and you find a treasure. Whoop-de-doo. I forgot that if you do this guy's quiz, you can call Jean the dandelion thighs. No, not thighs, sorry. Thighs. No, thighs. No, it's definitely thighs, I'm sorry. Oh no, there appears to be obstacles on the road. It'd be a real goddamn shame if we had everything in our disposal to kill them dead. This is where Lan Yan works best. God, I love when enemies group up like this, because Lan Yan can just absolutely eradicate them with her skill. It's so good. Now, unfortunately, we have to clear some obstacles, which we can't really do. Like, I'm sorry, but you are all dead. It's so satisfying. God, I love Lan Yan. The solution to all of our problems is violence! Yay! Oh, that's so good. Oh no, there appears to be more hillagers. I wonder if our tried and true solution can solve the problem. Activate violence! Oh my god! Oh my god, Lan Yan! Lan Yan, calm down, buddy. Oh, that's so cool. Hey, Godwin, are you gonna help me clean up here, or are you just gonna walk past me like an asshole? Dude, really? Fucking really, dude. You could have helped, asshole. No wonder no one invites him to the birthday parties. I honestly love Lan Yan's charged attack. It's so interesting. Instead of just doing a big attack, she throws out her chakras that is a little swoosh, where each hit can individually crit. It's kind of weird. I like it, though. Alright, back to Huffman. The battle pass. Yeah, if we can get 2 levels on this, we're gonna be good. We need to... What do we need to do here? If we do a couple more... You know, I'm just really gonna run through 3 bosses just super quickly. Like, the lowest level bosses, obviously. And I'm gonna do that just so we can get the experience from this. Because if we do, we'll get a free wish off of that. And that is definitely something we want. So let me just, like, go beat up Childe a couple of times. Second chance. Damn, Childe's got hands. Why does he have hands all of a sudden? He hasn't had hands for 500 years. Oh, look, a feather. That's nice. It's garbage, but it's there. Anything else that's useful? Like, no, not really. But we got a dream solvent. That's pretty neat. I guess we'll just have to... I mean, it gives 80 elemental mastery to Lan Yan. That's something. Shouldn't underestimate that, I guess. I mean, rolled defense and elemental mastery, so whatever. But now she actually gets double elemental mastery buffs from troop and instructor. That's neat. Let's go beat up Dallin as well, because we kind of want the material, so why not? Okay, 1 quick kill of him later. We now get the weekly mission to complete transdomains. And I also leveled one of the artifacts. I leveled the feather a little bit, which gives us a couple of these. Level 11. Not that that really matters, because what we were actually after was this. A free Acquaint Fate. Ooh. Oh, we have 2 wishes now. This should bring us to 77, right? Still blue. 77 hit again? No. Wow. Going to hard pity for this one, apparently. You know what? I'm a risky man. I'm willing to sacrifice some of our glitter for this, because for the time being, the weapons here aren't going to be super useful. Fischl would have been nice to get, but there's no realistic way we can actually get that right now. So I'm gonna get these 2, because I really want to see if we can get the 5-star today. Come on. No. Really? You're gonna do me dirty like this? Holy crap, you are doing me so dirty today. What the hell? Come on, man. Why would you do that? Disgusting. Actually, no. We can go have a look at the Stigian Onslaught. Now, the Stigian, obviously, is the new game mode that was added in this patch, which is ridiculously difficult. It is so stupidly overtuned at the moment that you basically need to have specific teams to even stand a remote chance at actually beating them. I enjoy the mode for what it is. I am very happy that they finally added a Spiral Abyss-esque mode that you can actually play with your friends. That's great. What I am not happy about is the fact that they put two of the worst bosses in the game, arguably three, at the first week. It's silly. But I do believe the first difficulty of it is level 40, and we have 10 minutes to kill each boss. So I think we could theoretically do it. It also gives you like 100 and something primos, which is what I'm actually after. But we'll have a look. We're not going to be able to do advancing or anything fancy like that, but we should theoretically be able to do this. You can technically go into co-op for these as well, but I feel like that's cheating. Let's see if we can do them. Luckily, in the lower levels, we are allowed to just reuse characters, which is nice. So, I think for the Tulpa... Oh, you get exalted ones. Ooh, good for us. No, I think for the Tulpa, it requires Pyro. We're just gonna overload on Pyro. Who really cares about melts or anything silly like this? We're just gonna bring as much damage as we can get. Not really having a healer is kind of whatever, because we're gonna die anyway. Highest level characters, go in, deal a bunch of damage. Hopefully we can just beat it. Like, the only goal here is to beat this difficulty regardless of how long it takes. But with the amount of damage we just did there, it should be fine. We can also shield ourselves using this, so it's fine. But yeah, no, Stigian Onslaught. For what it is, I think it's fine. They just chose the 3 worst possible bosses for the first week of this challenge. Like, unreasonably bad. I mean, okay, normal difficulty I don't think is going to be a problem. That's very good. It took a minute, but whatever. We did it. That's all that counts. No, but for the first week of the Stygian Onslaught, they chose the Hydro Tulpa, which of course is Hydro Immune, so some of the best carries in the game like Nuvolette and Farina just can't be used here. They will do nothing. They chose the fucking Lava Dragon statue, which forces you to use Pyro and more often than not Dendro to provoke burning in order to break its resistances, and both Cryo and Hydro basically can't be used here because they reset the timer for the boss. It's ridiculous. And lastly, they chose the Secret Source Automaton, which essentially requires you to have Skirk or to have any 2 other extremely strong Cryo DPSs like Wraithsley and off-fielding, what's it called? Silali. It's stupid that they chose these bosses first. If they chose other bosses which more characters can actively complete, I think people would have a much greater, they would have a much greater time with this event so far. But right now, people are very half and half on it, and I fully understand why. This is ridiculously unfair in terms of actually playing the game. It sucks. It really does. On higher difficulties, these bosses are ridiculously hard to beat for no other reason than wanting to be. Thankfully, again, we're doing it on the lowest difficulty, so theoretically we shouldn't have too much of a problem. At least I hope. Luckily, low difficulties don't seem to matter. We can do whatever we want. Let's do the Lava Dragon statue too. Again, we actually are going to need burning here, and we can't use Cryo Hydro, so that's like our best characters just dead. Yay. I don't know why I chose them in this order, but who cares? This thing in general just sucks. Yeah, so the whole idea is that you bring the guy down, and when he's down like this, you have about 17 seconds to beat the shit out of him. And on higher difficulties, you absolutely need to have burning to do enough, enough applications to him to actually bring him to that state. It's basically a boss built for Kanich. It's awful. I hate it. When the Stygian updates and we actually get new ones, I think that's gonna make it so much better, but we gotta get there. But hey, at least we know we can do the normal difficulty right now, so that's some rewards, I think. Okay, I'm sorry, that Lumine face is fucking priceless. I guess Lumine really took after the smug asshole of the last episodes. Okay, but looking at the rewards, we actually do get a reward for completing normal or higher, so that's very nice. So we at least get 150 there. That gives us another wish. We're now on, I think, almost 80. Wow. That is... Oh god, I unlocked the Imaginarium Theater. Ah, to hell with it. I don't even think we can enter the theater on the easiest difficulty. But I'm sure as hell gonna go have a look. Oh, but we do get to meet the best character in the entire game in here. I forgot about that. There I am! It's me! I'm gonna pat its head. Yay, head pats for me. Oh, they changed the Imaginarium Theater. We have a new one now. No, we can? How? Oh, because they need to be level 60 to be entered here. I will say we are allowed to use borrowed characters for this if they fit within the challenge, maybe because I kind of want to be able to complete them. I'll try to pick one that isn't ridiculously overpowered. There's a Bennett here that is very bad. We'll use that for the time being. Why not? I don't even think we can successfully beat this, but we'll find out. So how this is going to work is that for the theater, we are only going to be using characters that can be used from the standard banner. However, because of how the theater works, we're always going to be given additional characters that we have to bring with us. So we're just gonna use them as like dead characters for our party, essentially. If that is enough to beat the thing, I do not know. We're gonna have to find that out. So basically what we can do is we can shove these onto just onto the team to use up slots, and then choose any of the other two to actually fight. So we just won't use Tartaglia or Linny. Oh, they're cheering in the background. That's cute. We can use Diluc, actually. Diluc is welcomed. Oh, right. It's gonna kick us out because we have to talk to me! The best character in the video game! Yay! Honestly, this guy is just me. Sir Howlsworth? It's me! Except they spelt my name incorrectly, but we don't talk about that part. It's me! Okay, so we only have to do 3 acts on easy mode, which I guess is fair enough. We get a free mystery cache, ooh. Do melt divergence, why not? Can't do anything else. I think I would rather fight... That's an elite assault, actually, I do not feel like doing that. This is the stupid thing that requires you to do elemental reactions. We only really have one choice, and it's the Fatui people. That's unfortunate. Barely, but we got it. Alright, okay, we get to steal someone's Bennett. Again, we did say that we are allowed to steal characters if they are on the standard banner. It's fine. Apparently, we also haven't unlocked the feature that doesn't shove us back every goddamn time, but whatever. We can get our Xing Shou, or we can get a Vaporize Origin. I guess we grab the Xing Shou that's just waiting in the works. We get a Mystery Cache, that's pretty good. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. So we grab you, we definitely grab you, definitely grab you, and probably grab you? Actually, we might not even need Diluc. We could make do with running this, and it'd be funny. Let's do that, that sounds funny. Yeah! Okay. Nicely done. We did it. Very cool. That was everything I need. So in doing that, we beat easy mode. That's all we can do for now. I'm not even going to bother trying any of the other ones, because that would be absolutely ridiculous. Yes, we technically cheated a little bit to get it done, but it's fine. Come on, we used only standard characters, except that one time I accidentally used Linny, but like, let's not talk about that. Okay, what we actually wanted to do with this is we wanted to go over here to the treasure chest where we can claim some rewards. So because we did this, we do get a wish off of doing just that, which is nice. Unfortunately, it's not more than that. But we also have the debut gift, which you get for beating each difficulty once, and that is a shit ton of value. So we're going to grab all of that too, which is 400 more Primo Gems. Very, very cool. At this point, we've gotta hit the 5-star. You're kidding. This is the hardest pity I think I've ever fought for in my entire career. There it is. What do we get? Ooh. 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 I would have preferred if that was the other book, to be perfectly clear with you. But that is not awful. If that was Lost Prayer, that would have been significantly better, I think. But the Skyward Atlas is super interesting. Don't necessarily know how to feel about that. Oh, and we get a purple right afterwards. That's pretty neat. Alright, Ningguang! Well, if we didn't have anyone that used the book before, I mean, there you go. I don't think we're going to be using her at all. But that's doable. I don't know how to feel about that. Here's the thing. The Skyward Atlas is actually an incredibly good weapon. Let's not underestimate this thing. This thing is really, really strong. It increases elemental damage bonus by 12%, which of course works for Lan Yan because she only deals elemental damage, and normal attacks have a 50% chance to create that little swirly cloud that basically does a little bit extra damage. It is an attack scaling weapon, however, so it isn't the absolute greatest. The problem is the sac frags actually provide a beneficial stat to Lan Yan, which is Elemental Mastery, and lets her sometimes use her skill twice, which is kind of important. I don't know who else would even remotely want to have this. Lisa doesn't really care about it at all, and we're not pretending like we're going to be using Lisa that much anyway. Barbara isn't really going to be running it either, because it doesn't do all that much for her. Ningguang could potentially use it if we decide to use Ningguang, but I'm gonna be honest here, I'm not gonna, most likely. Ningguang doesn't do enough in any team that isn't Geo-based, and most Geo characters have their own teams, so she's not really that useful, honestly. That's a really weird one. I think for the time being, we can stick this on Lan Yan, because again, it is an attack percent weapon with a very beneficial bonus, so I'm not all too mad about it, though I would have been much happier if that was the Lost Wind. The Lost Wind with the crit rate would have been so much better. But whatever, let's level this up and see how high we can get it. We can actually farm this today, so I guess that's what we're doing now. Man, that's I don't know how to feel about that one. That one's super weird to me. So I had like a quick look online because I kind of felt like it because it's funny. The thing is, like, most of what people have to say about it is that it's very, very good for Catalyst on-field DPS characters, and who could have surprised? It's like Heizo, we have Ningguang that can use it, there's like Lee and Lisa and Miko and all of these characters. Yanfei, of course, is listed as one of the better ones because she scales entirely off of attack percent. But as it also turns out, and that I basically completely freaking forgot, Charlotte support can actually make use out of the Skyward Atlas because all of her skills and healing scales off of nothing but attack percent. So theoretically, that is also just a very, very good weapon for either sub-DPS or support Charlotte, which honestly is a little bit shocking there, but like, I don't mind. It also turns out that one of her best support weapons is actually the Favonius Codex, which I didn't know either, but that's kind of okay. I mean, I don't know. Skyward Atlas is at least a very, very good weapon for sub-DPS or support Charlotte in case we don't find a use for it anywhere else. That's basically where I wanted to go with that. So that's nice. It's not a completely dead weapon. I mean, it's dealing a little bit more damage than we were with the other, like, fully leveled weapons, so that's something. Alright, with that, we should be able to ascend it at least once. Yes, we can. We'll bring it up to level 40. Very nice. Oh, we can do it again to bring it up to level 50. Very cool. Now we do have to do a little bit more grinding, but I am going to try and bring this up to 60. Again, it's a 5-star weapon. We kind of gotta bring it as far as we can, right? I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it is a little bit cool to have a weapon that deals a shit ton of damage. It's kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. It is a little bit cool. There we go. Now we have plenty to level this up to 60 as well. Technically, we do have to take all of our characters up to, what is it, like 70 at this point for the world level, but one step at a time, right? We also have to go do and find some of these actually, we can craft all these. That's very nice. Let's go do that. We can just craft them. I am way too lazy to farm any of this right now. We do not care. We're just gonna go off and do that. I don't know. Such a weird pull. I guess I am happier about that part than I would have been if we dropped something like Mona or any other character that we necessarily would not need right now. I guess getting this weapon is better than that. I'm still a little bit on the fence about it, though. I'm not entirely sure how I feel. It's definitely okay. I'll say that much. It's not the worst. It could be way, way, way worse. Can we craft all the way up to that? There's no chance, right? Did I? Oh, no. Yeah. That was weird. We can craft 3 of these. I can make 2 of those. So I need 2 more of those. That's unfortunate. But, oh well. Well, we'll save up to do that. Now, it feels like... I don't know. I'm a bit twisted on it because obviously getting one of the really good characters would have been more beneficial. You know, we could have gotten Kaching. We could have gotten Tignari. I guess those 2 are really the ones that I was looking for, I guess. Like, there was a possibility of getting better things. There was also, like, the Wolf's Gravestone, obviously. There was, more weapons like that. It's not the worst. Like, I can't be super upset about the book. The book is kind of good. What this does raise the question of, though, is, now that we have that, we kind of have to make Lan Yan our main DPS, I feel. There's just no reason now not to. Because the game has literally told us, hey, you got a 5-star catalyst. Go make Lan Yan your favorite girl. Like, I'm sorry. There's no way we can do anything else now. So let's actually try and bring her up to Ascension 4 and make her the main character. Because I feel like we should. What do we need to do that now? We do need to make a shit ton of these. There's 2. We're also going to need a lot of the nectar, which we also don't have, so we need to farm that too. We can transform one of these. Let's do Geo, because Geo is by far the least valuable one to us. And then we have to go do the boss, and we have to farm an absolute ape ton of Whopper flowers. So I'm just gonna go do that for the time being. Okay, that grinding session took a lot longer than I necessarily wanted it to, I'm gonna be honest. But I got a phone call in the middle of it, so what was I supposed to do? Anyway, we gathered everything needed to ascend to Lan Yan to level 70, so we're going to do that. That also unlocks her Ascension 4 talent, which I don't remember what it is. The elemental skill deals increased damage based on elemental mastery. Right, that was the thing with Lan Yan that I was thinking about. Because, yes, the Skyward Atlas is a great weapon, do not get me wrong, but the problem is she also scales off of the sac frags really well. So, regardless of which one of these weapons we actually choose to use, I think they both have different benefits. Attack obviously is going to make her elemental, her just normal attacks much stronger than the sac frags are, but the sac frags works way better if we're playing her in a quick swap playstyle. Basically, you swap her in, use all of her skills, and then swap her out again. So for driver, or for non-long-term fights, I guess, I think the sac frags are better, but we are going to stick with the Skyward Atlas for now, because she's just on field all the time, because we need someone that deals a little bit of damage. But yeah, no, I think with that in mind, I think our course is definitely set. This account really wants us to build the DPS Lan Yan, so that's what we are going to do. I think what I'm going to be doing off-screen over the next time until the next episode is I'm just going to be farming ley lines. I'm basically going to get XP so we can bring some of the other characters up. I don't think I'm going to be doing any bosses. I might, I don't know. If there's any character level ups, I'll tell you before the next episode, as I always do. But I think we are basically ready to start Inazuma. I am going to bring up a Beidou. That is the one character I know that I'm going to do a little bit off screen. It's fairly simple. I just gotta go collect the jades, whatever they're called. But yeah, that's it for this episode. If you enjoyed us with our new course set in stone, essentially, do remember to leave a like and subscribe because it helps the channel, and if you don't, I'll cry myself to sleep. Have a good one, everyone.